Okay, so this is my third time trying to film this intro because I just keep rambling. It's been so long since I made a YouTube video, like especially sat down, like talking to a camera, that I'm just losing my mind. Anyway, I better start filming and doing my makeup because I have work in an hour. So I'm going to start off with foundation because I don't use primer. I use like, I probably should, but to me primer doesn't actually make that much of a difference. I just need a good one to find, but it really just doesn't bother me. I put such like other products on, it's fine. So yeah, my first step after I put on like my tea tree stuff and my eye cream is this foundation. Now I use the Rimmel Matte Perfection foundation. I've used this for years. Difference is I now use it in the shade Ivory, but it's Classic Ivory 101, yeah. I used to use it with porcelain and a little bit of this, or like I used to use L'Oreal Infallible in porcelain and a little bit of this. But now I just use this because I've learned I don't want to look as white as I do. And I use a Real Techniques beauty blender. I am obsessed with these. The only problem is I can't stand washing them. I always end up ripping them when I wash them because I'm too rough. Because I get a bit annoyed and I'm like getting impatient. But I just squirt like 2 pumps on there, and I kind of like, it's gonna might sound weird, but I sort of like squeeze it together so it just like does that. Because otherwise you get like 2 blobs. I know you could probably like put it on your hands and then do it that way, but I do it like this. Or then move my hair out of the way to make myself look even worse. And I just kind of dab it on my skin, hit it then everywhere. Right, so that's foundation done. Even got some bit of colour now, like I don't look like a ghost. Just what I want. Next go on to concealer. Now I use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Well actually it's I always say Fit Me, but I know it's like FIT Me. I've used this forever. I kind of try new concealers and I don't like them. But I think this one is going to end up getting discontinued because there's a lot of places that have stopped selling it, and also it's impossible to get anymore. Like Boots never have it in stock, Superdrug never have it in stock. My mum literally went on a mission to try and find me them. So she bought me 2. But yeah, I find it really difficult to get. Even like I used to buy it at Sainsbury's because that's where I work, and even they stopped selling it. So I imagine it's going to get discontinued, and then I don't know what to do. So just concealer suggestions would be great. But yeah, I use 2 different shades. I use 10 and I use 15. Because I use 15 under my eyes to sort of brighten them up a bit, and then I use 10 on all the crap. Right, next I'm going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Silky Beige. I've always used this. The difference is I use it in a colour, like a shade now. Now this is one of those things I'm like, do I want to contour today or do I want to just put some bronzer on? If I want to contour, I use the 17 Define and Contour palette. Define and Conquer palette. I've had this for ages. I used to just use the highlight shade for powder, and that's what I got into a habit too, because like that was always too dark for me and that wasn't really light enough for highlight. But now I wear a darker foundation, it kind of works a bit better. So I just use a Real Techniques contour brush, because that's kind of the only decent brush I've got. I have got some use a Real Techniques angled highlighter brush for the highlighter. Sometimes I'll wait till after I've done my eye makeup to put this on, but just for purposes of the video I'll put it on. I'm going to whack up a little bit of bronzer on. I use the Soap & Glory bronzer. I use this forever. It's like the best on the sheet. Alright, I'm just a bit concerned if I start on my eye makeup now that the camera's going to die and then I'm going to get a little bit irritated. I do apologise now if the camera dies and I have to like fuck around. Right, so I'm going to go with the Naked Heat palette. Now this palette is like the best thing ever. I love my Everyday palettes. I have every one except from like literally the Naked like basics little ones, but I'll get them. Just look at the colours, like literally gorgeous. This literally like I like it. Even though it's like heat palette, summer colours, you know, hot Albany reds and, you know, browns and everything. Realistically, autumn colours, yes, all purple. Like you've got the Albans, you've got like that shade there is like the perfect autumn colour. That's why I'm obsessed with using it at the moment. I have played around with this so much, but I sort of have my like 2-minute get it done look for the day. So I take another Real Techniques brush because they're like my favourite things, and I take the shade Lowbrow, which is just like a nice very neutral brown. Like it's just a really just brown, and this just goes in the crease, like in the crease, sort of just work it up. This is literally just like the main shade for the eye. It's like the starting ground for playing around. I know in a lot of tutorials they sort of do like one eye and then they do the next eye, but I just can't do that. I have to do them both like same time. It's so hard to talk and do it at the same time. What? Now sometimes I might drag the shade underneath, like along my actual eyelid, but I'm like along my eye, but not today. Right, then I'm going to take a little Zoe of a petite crease brush, which I love. I'm going to take the shade that I am obsessed with, which is Ashes, so that's a dark purple shade. Purpley, burgundy. Sometimes I might use Infuse, actually I don't want to use Infuse, no, because I can't pronounce that, so I'll just go with Ashes because I can pronounce that. I'm going to take that one. I either use this one or the one next to it that I can't pronounce, because they're both the darkest, and I just pop these in the corner and in the crease a little bit. And then this is the colour that I will drag down and blend. Oh, my laptop just like started playing music and it just scared the life out of me, but that's because my Bluetooth speaker just must have disconnected because it had no sound coming from it. This brush is getting so old now, it doesn't like want to do what it's told. I do have another one that I've got pink. I think I've got pink eyeshadow on it. Right, so that's kind of like the base. Just pop it on. So that's kind of like the boring colours done, as I would say. You know, the gorgeous but boring colours. All I need to do is pick a colour for the middle. I'm going to use a sparkly one. Sometimes I just go matte, sometimes I go a bit of sparkle. Today I'm going to go sparkle. I usually just go for whatever I fancy. So we're going to go for... Do I want lighter or do I want darker? No, let's go for white. We'll go for Scorched. It's sort of like the more pinky. It's the more pink toned. That's going to go straight middle of the lid. Now, I've learned to dab, not blend with these, because the fallout is ridiculous. Some of them, like when you want to put a lot on, like that's not necessarily like, it's just because you pick up a lot on the brush, and I don't like to just like, I'm not gonna blow it off because that's disgusting, and I don't like dabbing it off either because it just makes a mess. So I'd rather just pat it on because you get a lot like more bang for your buck, as they say. That's the sparkles. And then last but not least, I take the brush that's in the palette, and this is like, I always use these. I know a lot of people don't use the brushes, but I do. I think that because I just use them highlight because then they don't get ruined. So I take the shade Chaser. That's a mouthful, and that's going to go like at the end. And I sort of try and blend this in a bit further, like because. Right, so my camera died. This battery says it's full, but that's not true because it's only been on like charge for like 2 minutes. I think it's more back here. I'm not sure. I know it's kind of adjusted a little bit, but as I was saying, I use this with the chaser shade, and I just pop this. I've already done it, but I sort of drag it from the end inwards, and then what I do is I take the other end, so the more pointy one, and I use the actual highlight shade, which is called Ounce, and that goes straight on the actual. And don't blend, like, just, I mean, I would blend if it looked awful, obviously, but it just normally doesn't need to, just pack it in all around the corner. And that is the eyeshadow done. So quick and easy. You don't have to talk your way through it. Then I take my favourite Holy Grail mascara, which is the Falsies. I've gone through loads of different mascaras. It's one of the things I always try, but I ended up going back to this because it's waterproof. The main thing. I used to love the Urban Decay Reversion mascara, but for the money it's not worth it. It just really isn't worth it. Okay, that's fine. Right. So to me, that's like the easy stuff done. Then I need to get my brows done because like the brows need doing, because otherwise this just doesn't look weird. It's like when I look at my old photos and I see that I haven't got brows. Like I have got brows, but they're just like bushy best of nothingness. And I'm just like, what's going on? So for forever, I've been using Anastasia Brow Duo Powder. Never had a problem with it. Loved it. Been obsessed. Then I kind of got a bit started like getting more pissed off, with my brows pretty much. Shouldn't really swear, but my channel. Yeah, as I started getting more annoyed with my brows and like the fact I could never do them properly, I started thinking like, okay, I should get myself a new brow brush because that's part of the problem, I know that. Anyway, I'm just getting a bit annoyed having to do it online and like not being overly happy about it and thinking there must be something else. So when I went shopping the other day, picked up plenty of products, like, but I noticed that Makeup Revolution in Superdrug have done brow pomade, and I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. I could see it was very popular because there wasn't many there. And I thought, you know what, for Two Cosmetics, I'll just pick one of these up because I picked up one of their metallic lip kits, which I'm just dying to use. Yeah, I thought I'm going to pick this up. Now I looked at the colours. For me, this is one of the problems with buying stuff online. There's a bird just landing on a tree, and that really confused me. Buying stuff online, I find really hard to choose shades. Like even when you look at swatches online, it's not the same as in person. And because I've got brown, obviously I have brown hair, but it's not exactly dark brown. And my brows, like that brow is lighter than that one, and it just gets really confusing for me to choose stuff online. So I thought, okay, let's try this. I've chosen the shade soft brown because literally soft brown. It is literally the same colour as my hair actually. Didn't realise like quite how close. I thought then it's sort of like the intermediate one, and like I might get a darker one as well because sometimes the gaps don't fill. It looks literally disgusting, like in my point of view when you look at it like that. And also it comes with a little brush, and I didn't know that. But I've actually been using this brush. It probably isn't the best one in the world. But it's thin, which is what I need. But yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this on camera because I struggle doing my brows, like I said, and to do it on camera is even worse. I never used to be able to do my brows on camera, so I don't know how now when I'm going to do this. I kind of try and block it at the front, work out what's going on at the front, and then sort of try and flick it in the tail and then colour it in and hope for the best. But it's like one always looks quite rounded and the other looks like really sharp. See, to me, that brow's really curved, that brow's really pointy. And that's what I find hard to sort of... because the arches are so different. I don't think that's all that bad though. I need to get myself some eyelash colours because my eyelashes are like, don't sit high enough anymore. They used to. It sounded really weird, but I know what I'm chatting about. Right, so I nearly said I was done. Then I realised I was kind of missing an important thing. So, for lips, I use the Makeup Revolution Looking Ahead. Like, I use so much of it, I kind of need a new one. It's literally just like going. I tried to buy a new one and they didn't have any in stock because I was a bit peed off. Just way of life, I'm afraid. But before I put any like lipsticks on, I use a lip scrub. So I've got a Lush one. They're like the best ones you can get, and I have so many of them from like their Christmas ranges especially. And this one's Sugar Plum Fairy. I got it oh damn me, that's where I got it. I actually got this over a year, probably like a year ago now, really. Given this by Lush when I went to the blogger event, which I did a YouTube video for. That was like probably one of like, before my vlog, that was like my last video that I did, so that was over a year ago, which shows, no, nearly a year ago, it's not quite a year, because it's for the Christmas range. That's how long I've had this. It's just, I don't use a lot of it and it just lasts. And I stopped using it, then I stopped using it, but now I started using it again because my lips are dry. It's the cold weather. It's gone from hot to cold, wet. Like now it's like raining, well actually now it's just black out. But yeah, so I use this because I've been applying like lipsticks, especially matte ones, and they just dry out and it just sticks to my lips. But yeah, then I apply my lipstick, and this is my favourite lipstick of all time. I've used this like on and off for like forever, and now it's autumn. It's like the only dark lipstick that's decent, like that isn't ridiculous to put on. Ta-da! I always struggle putting lipstick on because I just do. I always get one side really look like one. So my top lip, I always get one quite rounded and quite pointy. I don't know how to my eyebrows. To finish it off, use the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Spray. Don't know if this does anything, but I love putting it on. It just makes me feel nice. So yeah, that is the finished makeup. Considering I'm going to work, this is a little bit done up for work, but it's pretty much what I do. I've got a plaster on my toe because I've got a blister and it's kind of starting to come off a little weird. But yeah, if someone is going to work, especially like to a supermarket, this is maybe a little bit done up. But it's nice. I feel like I've since wearing foundation again, I've got a lot more coverage. I just got like the odd spot that I can't like cover because it's all scabby. Right. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I do on my face now and how I get it to look like this. I hope to see you soon. I promise I'll try and film some more videos that aren't just makeup tutorials. I do need to have just a good sit down roundy video because I feel like I've got so much to say, and although I write it on blog posts and tweets and so on, it's not quite the same as actually talking to a camera. It's not like I'm talking to a person. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more because I will be doing more, and I don't just do sit down videos. I like doing vlogs, and even though it's winter, I will still go out and do things, I swear. I just want to get back into this, and if you encourage that, then there's no reason I won't. Thank you for watching.